Welcome to STS 14, in which we step up to the plate.
Oh yeah.
I am...
Wait, you're not Dave.
No, I've had him replaced.
Why didn't I get the memo?
Dave is unfortunately disposed for this episode, so you'll have to live without him. Instead, you have to deal with me.
We'll manage.
Yes, indeed, Dave is running himself ragged at Gamescom, not eating, even though we've told him to repeatedly.
Yeah, just eyeing the tweet stream up now. I haven't eaten for 14 hours. Yeah, good call.
Yeah. So yes, this week it's just the three of us. We brought Serge in simply to have another voice, because if it was myself and Fluke, we'd start ranting and we'd have a 1 hour long STS.
Yeah, we'd end up with an hour long rant about all things.
Yeah.
Someone has to keep you two Muppets in line.
It's true.
It is. So
what do I say? What did Dave's? We'll cover Dave's stuff. What did he have coming?
Well,
out? Yes,
Dave has just put out on his YouTube feed. He just put out videos on his YouTube feed, the Raiders first glance and on second thought videos, as well as
good game.
A colorblind video. A video about colorblind.
Is it colorblind? Colorbind?
It's colorbind.
Is it colorblind?
It is colorbind.
Oh, okay.
Puzzle game involving colors and movement and gravity. I watched it and it broke my mind, and it broke Dave's as well quite hard.
Yeah, he was telling me about. He was trying to explain it, and my brain melted out of my ear. Him just trying to explain it. It was like, okay. Yeah,
when you watch the video, it makes a bit more sense, but you still melt. Right along with Dave, actually, one of the levels just. If you're the kind of person that shouts at your screen if you can see a solution and the person playing doesn't get it, you'll be doing that a lot.
No. Yeah. What's he got planned? Well, he's got another one for while he's away. I think that's coming out tomorrow.
Yes. While he's away, he's going to be putting out Unmechanical, which is a game that kind of looks a bit like Machinarium, but not.
Honestly, if it's anything like Machinarium, it's going to be awesome, because that game was definitely one of the highlights of last year, I think it came out.
Oh yeah, I love that game. If it's anything like that, then I'm looking forward to it.
Wasn't one I played. Again, another puzzle game, or?
Yeah, point-and-click puzzle game. I would highly recommend Machinarium, and Unmechanical looks like it's going to be fantastic as well.
I'll give him a
whirl. Looking forward to that.
For something to play recently. Trying to play Anno, and it not working. Again.
I was going to say, what have you been up to?
Random server problems. I'm trying to stream some more Anno with me and Blanzin. Late night Anno. Something nice and relaxing. I can just sit and chill out and build me little islands and stuff. But it just started randomly lagging up. We got half a game done, and then it started chucking us out about a minute after playing. On each of his screens, it would say the other was blocking the game.
Right.
So we're assuming a server problem, because it just started doing it out of nowhere.
Turned out your relaxing game of Anno turned out to be anything but.
Yeah, so relaxing and frustrating. I went back to shooting people and hammering faces in black lights and more.
Yes, I managed to catch some of that and participate for a little bit too.
Yeah, I do
Quite enjoying that.
It is a good game, and considering it's free to play, while it's not perfect, cough.
No game is.
Well, no, it was the server end is what causes all the problems. The developer Zombie have done a very good job with this. Unreal Tournament engine-based first-person shooter. Some nice twists to it that get rid of the whole camping and some of the lamer tactics you've seen. But it's not without its flaws.
Yeah, of course.
But it's fun to play. It is a lot of fun, and as it's free to play, no reason why anybody can't pick it up and give it a try.
Yeah, I've noticed you've been doing a fair bit of streaming for that as well. I ended up dragging you out of one to record this, and I assume you'll be going back soon after we're finished.
Yeah, pretty much.
Most likely.
Like I say, it's fun to get a bunch of the guys from the community all involved at the same time. Anybody on the stream or anybody who's watching the video, feel free to drop by and hit me up on the stream at twitch.tv/cyberfluke. Come and join in, even better. Find out what game we're playing. If it's free to play, get a copy, join in. Jump on vent.
Come join in. Feel free to join the public vent. And you'll need to make sure to contact an admin these days, because you'll need an account. We've been having some problems with
spammers
trolls
and the like. But no problem now. Just stick a comment in your name if you need a member account. And one of us will get around to creating it for you.
Yeah, we've got a decent amount of admins for pretty good coverage all day.
Yeah, and some of us don't sleep.
So we've talked about Blacklight more than enough over these past few videos.
I know, right?
Kelarik, what have you been up to?
Lately, I've actually been playing a lot of Raiders after we did the on second thought that I actually was in, which I was really, really scared of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you think now you've played even more? What's your has it changed your opinion on it a bit? Anything?
I haven't progressed any further into it than we were. I went and started new characters to try out the other styles, like the classes. And I must say, they're pretty cool. And I love all the little subtleties in weapon animations between the various classes that you can have. There is a massive variety of animation in everything, which is probably what I'm most impressed with that game so far.
So it might be why that there isn't so many initial classes available, because they've put so much detail and work into the initial classes.
I don't know, I mean...
It might be maybe where they're going, actually. We couldn't figure out where they were going to make money and all the rest of it. Maybe additional classes, unlocking additional class things.
I'm not sure. With the 4 classes they're in there, you've got the 4 major archetypes of any fantasy game.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just wondering if you could add additional stuff like an archer, that kind of something like that.
I'd be willing to get back into that game if they brought in an archer class, because I played it, and whilst I did enjoy my time playing it, I have grown up playing the Monster Hunter series, and if anyone knows that series, they'll know how punishingly difficult it is, and you know the game.
I would love to see
just
a great stonking crossbow similar to the style that is in Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that too.
Crossbows, because it'd be probably more what I'd brought, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I went into Raiders because they had the whole advertisement, it's hunting huge monsters. So I thought, Monster Hunter, the MMO? And I came into it and I was just a little unimpressed overall. It just seemed to be a bit too much Eastern... Maybe it's just me. I'm not a big fan of MMOs.
MMOs have got to have something to really grab me these days. I got really spoiled because the first proper MMO I played was City of Heroes when it was in its heyday.
I love that.
It does so many things right that frankly so many other MMOs to try and compare to that, with that as my yardstick, nearly everything falls short. Everything. It's really hard to find a good MMO that has any kind of draw and appeal to it that makes me want to keep playing for any length of time.
I think
Raiders is fun to play in that respect, because it's not just another button basher. That's the thing for me that I like about it. It's fantasy, and also there's nothing in the story or the world really to attract me to the game. It's just in the mechanics. It's different for me.
That is a problem that I see with quite a few MMOs, whereby the first one you play is always going to be, generally going to be, have a really special place in your mind because it's your first experience into that kind of game. You get involved with a ton of people, be they guildmates, friends in real life, anything like that. Going to another one, you don't have that circle of people you enjoy playing with. You don't know the mechanics, and especially if you see mechanics you've already seen before, it could be like, well, I could play this new game, or I could play what I'm already good at and used to the same way. Whereas
it's the same drive with WoW, really.
That's what keeps WoW at the top of the pile relatively consistently, I think, is just
it was there first with all the next gen MMO
it's
mechanics.
What people play, and it's what people's friends play. So that's what they play because their friends play it, and their friends play it because their friends. You know what I mean? So it's just a kind of a peer pressure lock-in almost.
Definitely, and I think that's where Raiders has a good chance of doing well, because it is different enough from everything pretty much everything that's out there right now, and it just has a little bit more flavour to the way things are done. Crafting is a bit different from how you'd expect. Combat is a bit different. Everything is just different enough so that you don't want to go back to what you've already played.
Yeah, it is.
You don't get that same feeling of wanting to go back to the same MMO you've played before.
Exactly.
Anyway, the footage we have in the background is TF2, Team Fortress 2. And
because they've got the man versus machine stuff that's supposed to be coming out today in Valve time, of course.
This is Valve time.
Coming August 15th. It's August 15th, guys. It has
2013.
Well, to be fair, they still do, like our local time, they still have about 4 hours to make that deadline, but they usually run off Pacific time, so add another 8 hours on top of that.
Yeah, true enough.
It'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow our time anyways.
I can see a lot of
interesting to see it, mind. 6-player co-op six
Six
players
player.
versus, what is it, waves of machines?
Waves and waves of robot TF2 players.
And a bit of persistence as well in it, as from what I've read.
You unlock
Hang on, I have to clarify that. It's not actual players, they're just bots.
Yeah,
So,
just robots.
That's also cool.
NPCs.
I can see a lot of that being played, especially within the community, because this kind of... Whenever TF2 starts getting played by 2 or 3 people, everyone's suddenly playing it for the next month.
tends to snowball.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, it's free to play, it's fun, it's easy to get into.
Yeah.
Nothing really wrong with it.
It just gets very samey after a while.
I think it's why they're
Yeah.
bringing such a big change. I mean, this reminds me a lot of the zombie mode from Call of Duty, which is extremely popular. So to bring something like that into TF2 just kind of makes sense in order to keep people playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking it's very different actually in that respect. That you've got your co-op and it's all against NPCs. We actually haven't.
Yeah.
We
haven't seen that.
We haven't seen that from like Valve, don't I know?
I don't
In
believe...
the
No.
Source engine, I don't
Yeah.
think we've seen anything like this before. I'm wondering how well the Source engine... I'm just thinking back to days of Gary's mod when we used to essentially set this kind of stuff up just for the lulz.
Well, to be fair, they did with Left 4 Dead.
True.
Yeah.
So it's like taking that to the next level, where you don't have human control guys on the other team, but you do have waves of enemies coming at you have to kill.
They did have but again, the NPC specials weren't very good. It's the way that each of them have different abilities. I'm just wondering how well the AI is going to handle these. How well the AI is going to work, or if it's just going to be really retarded AI, and they're just going to win via sheer numbers.
I don't know. Have you played against like high level AI in TF2? The AI is kind of good.
Yeah, each of the robots is different and has a different kind of weapon of choice. There's one which is just kind of like the scout, except they constantly use the baseball bat to stun you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 types of heavy.
Demo
There's
night.
one with the boxing gloves, and then there's one with the minigun, I think. And then there's also boss waves with giant robots, like a giant soldier that rapid fires rockets. Just as a little hint there.
Deflector heavy, you can shoot down. Oh, nice. Sentry busters. A bomb on legs.
Yeah. There's also the bomb
That's
on
awesome.
legs, the bane of engineers everywhere.
Awesome. Yeah, the
I'm
more I hear
liking the
about
look of that.
the more I hear about it, the more I want to play it. I'm just hoping it does come out sometime today, so I can get footage and put it in the background.
That would be awesome if we could grab some footage.
That would be
from
good.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Grab a couple of other people from Vent and give that a whirl.
exactly. But unfortunately, if Valve time does take its toll, then something else will be in the background, making Surge wrong.
Haha, do some standard TF2. We'll do TF2.
Yes.
It doesn't happen.
We'll get a bunch of guys from the community and we'll see if we can get a big game going. Be a bit of a laugh.
Big games TF2 always are. Let's see, we've gone over what Dave has coming out, but what I've got coming out on my end is...
Yeah, so I was going to say.
Yeah, the Summer of Arcade on Xbox Live is continuing, so I'm going to be looking at the newest one, Dust and Elysian Tale, which looks fantastic.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that. I saw a link of it on Reddit. I was like, ooh, looks like a game first. And I actually got to look at it, and oh my god.
Yeah,
That looks really good, especially for one person making it.
that is probably the most impressive thing about it.
Yeah.
Single man developer.
Yeah,
Single-man developer. You should go check it out, Fluke. It's really quite impressive.
indeed.
Not a very advanced game. It's just a 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up.
They don't,
But
like I said, they don't have to be.
it looks very well polished, and I'm looking forward to your video on that, Kel.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it as well. Also, I'm going to be grabbing a few people to take a look at Iron Brigade. It's been on Xbox Live for a while, but it just came out on Steam with the expansions, so I'll have to grab some people for that. Big stompy
that
mechs
sounds
are
good.
always fun.
Yeah, like I said, big fan of Stompy Mechs. You know
Yeah.
me.
I was
Fluke's
hoping,
first
Can't wait till
called
they drop the
Big Stompy
NDA on Mech Warrior.
I was
You're
hoping
just
to...
itching to get your hands all over that and just
Yeah.
bring it to the masses. Here, I want to show you my game.
Yeah.
Yeah, regrettably, Rigonauts didn't really scratch the big stompy mech itch, so I'm kind of hoping Iron Brigade does.
Yeah. Well,
So, if you have any questions, queries, or comments, leave them down where?
below.
We don't need
And
Dave at all.
from and from myself, Fluke, and Kelarik, we will see you in another video. Well, I might see you in another video.
Yeah,
Who
we will.
knows?
See you next week.
Maybe.
Goodbye.
In a while.
Stay awesome.